Hey, what's going on as always? It's your boy Big GQ Channel, Easy Tuesday in this thing. It's full court entertainment as always. Episode 18 coming with your boy Sneaky Sam. Don't trust him because he always pulling shiesty trades and hey. And we got our man as always, GQ Aaron Worthy, businessman, always trying to create an infinitely gallon stone in the fantasy. Don't trust him. And then we got Shaky Trail up in this thing as always. Ace to go come make it with us, but he's still up in the chat, and we appreciate that. So, boom, today we hopping right up into this. We're going to talk about, like, the NBA teams that have no upwards trajectory at all whatsoever. They're just stagnant, and they're in no man's land. So go ahead and take us off with a GQ Worthy, Aaron.
I would say the team I think is probably in no man's land the most is probably the Raptors. Like, they're good enough to get to the second round, maybe the conference finals, but I don't see them winning a championship, and they're never going to be in a position where they're going to be tanking with people like Siakam and Scotty Barnes and Fred VanVleet.
Let me just go ahead and jump right into this and just start this off. Man, hell no, man. I 100% disagree with you. I 100% disagree. And this is why I disagree.
You think the Raptors can make it to the finals and actually win it? You think they have enough star power? Like Siakam is good enough to be the number one option on a championship team, either him or Scotty or Fred?
No, I don't think that. No, I don't think that at all. No.
Okay, and do you think they'll be bad enough to where they're going to get a top 3 lottery pick?
No, I don't think that either.
Okay, so they're in purgatory.
No, that. Just because you're missing, you're asking the wrong questions. The questions that you asking, what you trying to equate to no man's land doesn't add up. The Raptors aren't in no man's land. The Raptors are in the same position that they were in when LeBron was dominating the East. And we seen when the opportunity presented themselves for them to land a star, they had the ecosystem that existed for them to win a ring instantly. They still have that same ecosystem in place. The Raptors have the perfect setting if they had a superstar to win instantly. The Raptors, if they had a superstar, they compete with the Celtics. They compete with the Bucks. They're better than the Heat. If just imagine if Kawhi stayed. If Kawhi stayed, Kawhi, he's the best in the world, a superstar. He's better than LeBron. He's better than KD. If Kawhi stayed, that's what they were saying. You remember it, don't you?
I know who was saying
but the problem is though. Kawhi didn't want to stay. Well, mostly because he wanted to go to LA, but it's the same problem. What big name free agents want to actually sign in Toronto? It's a difference. But who wants to actually go there?
That's another problem. That problem don't really pertain to this because signing superstars and big players, that's hard. That's why they did what they did. They traded for Kawhi. We knew he didn't want to stay. He left. But the Raptors, they're still in the same predicament of being they can sneak up on it and win. Now, I can say if you were saying like they just got good young talent and they just making play-in and like none of these guys are good enough, they're one trade away from winning it all and being a dark horse. Like, hell no, they upward, they trajectory, they go on before he fought Sale. My bad.
That's a whole bunch of if, though. It has to happen. Until that happens, do you see them winning a championship?
I see them still
winning a championship.
To answer your question, no, they're not gonna. No, they can't win the chip. No, but I can see them surprising somebody, knocking somebody off in the first or the second round. I can see them doing that.
That's a moral victory, though. You play the game to win a championship. That's the ultimate goal.
No, not everybody. Not every team. Not every team is going to win a championship. That ain't true.
Only one team can win, but I'm saying the goal should be to win a championship.
See, and that's what you got to concede defeat. You're not on your GQ right now.
They fall into the category of the topic. They're in no man's land. They're not going to win a championship, and they're too good to be a top lottery pick. So,
okay, can they trade for a superstar?
Yes.
If they get a superstar, what position? What are they rank in the East? Are they top 3, top 4?
Depending on who they have to give up. Yeah, they'll be a top 4 or 5 seed. But who are they going to have to give up? Are they going to have to give up a combination of Scotty Barnes, Fred VanVleet, and Gary Trent and Siakam? They're going to have to give up good talent. Chris Boucher.
a trade for KD, they would have been like, I say at least number 3, 4 if they would have made a trade for KD. They would have been up there. Okay. I mean, you would have had to trade Scotty, maybe Gary Trent, and maybe someone else. But KD, Siakam,
That's
Fred,
enough. That's enough.
They could be 3 or 4 low key.
But we're not talking about what ifs, though. We're talking about
I know,
what
but I'm
is
just
reality.
saying.
They have the ecosystem. They have
They
it.
have the
And then they
ecosystem,
have
but they
the
still-
the GM. I don't mean to get the MVD, but the GM, bro, their GM, you can't, bro, that man, he's shiesty. A good shiesty though. That's like the Lakers need to hire him. That man's so damn good. It's soccer teams trying to recruit him to be their GM.
I feel like the Rockets are very well coached. They always gonna be in a good situation.
Raptors.
Yeah, Raptors.
Okay, like I say, if that happens, then you might be right. But that's not the case right now. But go ahead. Let me know what team you have that's in no man's land, since apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. So go
The team
ahead.
that's
You let me know. You let me know.
I got it.
a team that's in no man's land.
Yes,
The
who was your
Bulls.
team?
The Bulls.
Oh, okay. Fine. Yeah, so tell me what's your reasons why?
I think the Bulls in no man's land because right now, yeah, they got a good team on paper, but really, this team is not good enough. This team is not good enough to even win in the first round. The players, they demand high contracts. We don't really have any young talent that's like, yeah, we can build with him moving forward. Honestly, we got Zach LaVine who's still dealing with the knee problems and not playing like the 3-point dunk guy. And then we got DeMar DeRozan. I don't really, he's not having that crazy MVP candidate year like he had last year. I just don't see it. And Vooch, him being the third option, is not really beneficial. I think our team, honestly, and then we never got Lonzo. I don't think Lonzo is going to play again this season. I think right now we got big contracts, big players that don't really flow and work with each other. They need more years to come. Right now, the Bulls, I don't even think we got that long to keep DeRozan again. I don't think we got that long with Zach. I don't think we got young talent, and I think Vooch probably be the only one that'll be there. And at the end of the day, it won't be enough. We're a play-in team right now with the best roster that we had since Jimmy and Derek and them. Right now, and if we want to keep them, we're gonna have to pay them again. And we're just paying to just be good seasons. We're not even a good season team, honestly. We're not.
They're not paying them again. Like maybe DeRozan. DeRozan is still good, but like he getting up there. So they probably not gonna pay him again.
If they trade for a superstar or a superstar signs with them, what do they look like? What caliber of seed would they be? What's their ceiling?
That's still if the Bulls, let's see, the Bulls, they're gonna get Anthony Davis. We all know it. We're gonna get the same story we got with D Wade. I want to come home. Everybody, when you a kid, you want to play. Nobody wants to play for the Bulls. If I went to the NBA, I don't want to play for the Bulls.
Okay, we're gonna use the same example with the Raptors. If KD came to the Bulls,
that's KD. If KD go to the Bulls, who we giving up? Zach? Because if we're not keeping Zach,
probably Zach and Patrick Williams, some draft picks. They in the same conversation. 3, 4. Maybe
I think the Raptors, the Raptors ecosystem still better. I think with Vooch, KD, DeRozan, I just don't see it. DeRozan doesn't want to take a back seat. They literally trying to play through Zach in their worst. He was supposed to be the first option last year. He wasn't.
He does take not. A back seat to KD. He gonna take a back seat, bro.
I think the only person he'll ever take a back seat to is LeBron when he finally goes to the Lakers. That's it. The Bulls, even with KD, we still wouldn't be better than the Raptors with KD. We get Anthony Davis. We get Anthony Davis. We're going to see him play 40, 30 games, and he's going to be gone. He's going to go back to New Orleans for some sob story.
You acting real different today, big fella. That's nonsense. The Bulls will have just as good a ceiling as the Raptors. If
they
KD
in the same conversation, low key. The Bulls,
yeah, it's the same thing. You literally make the same argument I did for the Raptors. Why they're in no man's land.
I'll argue you though.
Only difference is the Bulls actually have a better chance of a free agent actually going there than going to Canada. That's really the only difference.
The Bulls.
Canada, bro.
The Bulls
Yeah,
won't
they
even
got a
pull
way
the trigger
better
on the trade. They won't even pull it. I don't even know who the Bulls GM is. They won't even pull the trigger on the trade. First of all, they got Drake. They got Drake there. Who we got? Chief Keef, Lil Durk. They don't want to go. They don't want to go there.
Does Drake help me win?
Yeah. You saying his speech that he gave? We did this. We started this. You see all of this? None of this would have
What?
Like
Drake don't do
Patrick
nothing,
Beverly,
bro.
like Patrick
they
Beverly
do.
play in.
But they just been like above average since they won the championship. They just been above
Let's be
average.
honest. The Raptors were better than the Bulls last season. And that shouldn't have happened.
Honestly, they were about the same.
We only beat one, like 2 good teams last year. Like once.
Like, yeah. I think like the Nets, I think.
I remember my FanDuel bets. I believed in them. I thought they was gonna split games with the Bucks. Giannis got the time about. I would love to play in Chicago. This nigga dropping 50 dubs on us and talking about he'll love like that. Just get a jersey then.
I mean, look, the Bulls and the Raptors are in the same tier. Unless a free agent signs there, they're probably not going to make a trade. They're not going to be bad enough to tank and be a lot and get a high draft pick. So they in purgatory.
Honestly, they was only really bad that 1 year, and they drafted Patrick Williams, and honestly, that hasn't done nothing. That hasn't done anything.
Is that like this? I'm not even finna say it. Shem, go ahead and say your team.
Oh, the Knicks. What are the Knicks doing, bro? Like the Knicks are so
healthier.
bro, but they're average. They're literally like 10 and 11 or 11 and 10, something around there, bro.
Hey, did they keep it going? Did they keep it going? Did they win yesterday?
They lost yesterday, but I don't know. But
Giannis got
what
fouled out
and
and they
doing?
still lost.
What are they doing, bro? They signed these tier 2 free agents, and they make it seem like it's gonna take them somewhere, but it's like, bro, you're not going nowhere. Like
Wait,
they just
tier 2?
they was good 2 years ago, decent, lost in the first round because they couldn't score. The only person who could score was D Rose, and that's sad that D Rose is my best scorer. Shouldn't happen. Terrible last year, and now they're just average. Where are the Knicks going, bro? Where are the Knicks going? Like I don't know.
I really don't see them.
And it's ownership, bro. James Dolan is terrible, bro. He's a bad owner, bro.
Bro, I feel like I agree. I agree with the 10 you named, but I feel like I seen a lot of people say this. I feel like y'all are reaching with the management being a problem with the Knicks. That cannot be it. I don't think that's it. I don't think teams look at like, damn, he the manager, they doing this and that. I think being in New York should negate any bad management. Like, I'm not gonna live it in New York. First of all,
who was the best free agent the Knicks gone to?
Melo
was traded there. That doesn't count. You know who it was?
Well, he re-signed, so
he did resign. He was a free agent. He did.
You know, but that's different, bro. But I'm talking about like
recent.
Like who was really the best free agent? Amari Stoudemire, bro.
Amari Stoudemire.
Well, yeah.
Come on, bro. That's the best they really done, bro. They traded for Melo. Good job for them. They really didn't go nowhere. I think they went to the second round. I think they faced the Heat and got beat up.
Yeah, they only made the playoff one time with that team though. I think they made the playoffs once.
Nothing since, bro. So it's like, where are they going?
I think
they're in no man's land, bro. They're either going to be bad or below average, super terrible, below average. Like I don't know what the Knicks be on, bro.
Where you think they at the end of the season? Where you think they're gonna be at?
Probably fight for play-in and with a negative record, bro. But it's gonna be like super close.
The East tough. Like bottom of the East. From 6, you got the Hawks. 7, you got the Raptors. 8, you got the Nets. 9th, you got the Wizards. Then you got the Knicks. And then underneath them, you still got the Heat and you still got the Bulls. So it's like,
well, Knicks probably won't make it then. I would say that. If it's going to end up like that, they probably won't make it. But the Pacers are up there, I think, in a playoff spot. So I feel like they're going to drop down.
They're going to drop. They're like the 4th seed right now.
Yeah, they're going to drop. So the Knicks might have a fighting chance. But they're going nowhere.
I think they messed up paying Julius Randle. I think they got deceived. I don't think they should have paid him.
You had to though. I feel like you had to pay him after he had that All-Star year though. You had to, because you ain't gonna let him walk for nothing. Then he kills somewhere. Then you go regret. And then who was gonna replace him after having that All-Star season? They probably would have been worse. I mean, they was already bad, but they was gonna be probably worse.
So imagine if KD didn't let Kyrie influence him to go to the Nets and they signed with the Knicks.
I think they could have been like really good, and I think like free agents would have like at least decent free agents would have went to go play with Kevin Durant. I really do. I really do think.
Just imagine if the ping pong balls would have went their way when Zion was gonna get drafted number one.
They would have had Zion, Kyrie, and KD. It would have been a different story, man.
Man, it sounds like the Knicks doing a lot of wishing.
In New York, it would have been beautiful. It would have been beautiful. You would have seen people riding around with Timbs on their review mirror. Go ahead, Trey. Who your team? Who your team with no upwards trajectory, just stuck in the mud?
My team, I feel like Charlotte is going in the same direction they were. Somehow they got worse. I just don't understand why. What the fuck Michael Jordan doing over there? I just don't feel like they headed in the right direction. Terry Rozier is a good scorer, but I feel like he's just a role player. LaMelo, he got a tons of potential, but look at the rest of their roster.
Nothing.
Miles Plumlee? Come on.
Mason
Miles
Plumlee.
Mason, they play the same, bro. They play the same. They both ass. They need help over there, man. I don't know what they need. They probably need to.
They need a cultural change. They need a cultural change over there. There's no culture.
They probably need Wabamia. They probably just need a decent little rookie to help.
They just had LaMelo. They
projected to go down there though. I mean, they're bad. Like they're in the bottom.
Somehow they got worse than last year. Terry Rozier.
Well, Miles Bridges is hurt. I mean, he's not there, so that does like make them a little bit worse. And LaMelo has been hurt basically the whole year.
Yeah.
Now, would they still be bad? Of course, they still would have been bad. But I think they only have like how many wins do they got? Like
6.
6 wins. They would at least had 10. I'd say at least 10 wins if they were healthy.
They need to get better.
They're 6-15.
So
their defense is terrible, bro.
I don't know what defenders
nobody plays
in
defense.
this free agent class, but yeah, they need to figure something out.
If you look at their starters, is what Terry Rozier, he plays no defense. Kelly Oubre, he plays no defense. PJ Washington, he's really not a good defender. Mason Plumlee, he's just a rim protector. And I think it's Jaden McDaniels. He okay.
Yeah,
but
he's okay.
Nah, that ain't it.
I would never bet my money on Mason Plumlee to do anything for me, guys.
8-9 rebounds. He good for 9 rebounds.
I don't even know about that, man. One game I betted on him to get 10. This nigga only got 4.
Oh, brother.
You never know.
That's
what
why you
this
never
nigga.
bet on his points. Only rebounds.
I betted on his rebounds. He only got 4 rebounds that day.
Oh, that's
Probably got in foul trouble or something.
Who they played that day.
Man,
Probably went against Steven Adams.
And that's why I bet all unders. Always. Never bet the over. Always bet the under.
I feel like with Charlotte though, I feel like they kind of like they still got time though to be bad because when they landed, they got Terry Rozier, they landed LaMelo, Devontae Graham. He was just playing amazing. He left, but I feel like we didn't really expect Charlotte to be better than what they were doing when they let Kemba walk. They got LaMelo. I feel like right now they supposed to still be like spinning in the mud, and it's like I don't really expect anything from them. I expect the games to be exciting and fun, but I don't really expect them to be like winners. I really don't expect them to be winners. People don't even want to like. They had a coach joined the staff and then left. Like that just says like they have internal issues going on. It doesn't really get brought up to light. The players they want to be rappers. They drinking lean. It doesn't seem like they have like cultural discipline over there. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's a real young team. And when you invest in a short guy like Terry Rozier, bro, he's always going to be a defensive liability.
Is he short?
He like 6'3".
Probably 6 foot, 6'1". Somewhere around there.
Charlotte has been in this same spot since they were the Bobcats, and they took Adam Morrison. They have not.
I don't know who that is.
Adam who?
Adam. Yeah, that might be a little bit before y'all time. He was the number 2 pick, I think, in like 05 or 06. Yeah. I think that was Michael Jordan's first pick, I think. when he took over ownership. But yeah, it's just bad, man. I don't see them improving anytime soon. So yes, that's a good pick for.
They're basically just supposed to at least be competitive, make the playoffs, get bounced first round, surprise somebody in the second, and get bounced. That's really all it is.
So with these teams being stuck in the mud, not going nowhere, no upwards trajectory, I want to bring and introduce this question to you guys. The Dallas Mavericks, are they doing enough for Luka Doncic to actually win a championship? Sheldon, go ahead. Sneaky Sam.
No. Hell no. What is that, bro? They have Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber, Tim Hardaway, Reggie Bullock, bro. And who else? Christian Wood, bro. I don't know what Jason Kidd on with Christian Woods, but he got to play more minutes. He your second best player. He not playing. Spencer Dinwiddie, he inconsistent. So no, they're not. He needs another like star player, bro. He don't need no Kevin Durant, LeBron, Giannis type player to win a championship, bro. All he needs is just a star type player like Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, or Devin Booker type player. Somewhere around there, bro. And they could easily go back to the conference finals. They could probably go to the finals, but they're not doing enough, bro. That Mavericks don't want to spend money on the big name free agents. And I don't know why they don't do that, or at least trade for the big free agents. They don't want to do it, but I mean,
they should have got Norman Powell. They should have got Norman Powell. Like, how they let him slip past them?
He wasn't going to be a difference maker, but I mean, he at least another player that can get his own shot.
It would have made up for Jalen Brunson leaving.
No one else can get their own shot on that team, literally besides Luka and Spencer Dinwiddie to an extent, and that's it. That's just not it, bro. It was a stat the other day about there's no one else on that team that averaged at least more than 2 assists.
Oh, so you ain't got no faith in Kemba Walker? In the Kemba
Hell
Walker?
no. What is he gonna do?
I mean, he's gonna put up.
He's just a defensive liability. What is he gonna do?
He can't stay on the court. I
don't know. What is he gonna do?
I didn't understand that signing either, but
what? I think they just wanted somebody else to like. I saw some. They wanted just another ball, another person to get their own shot, another ball creator. But bro, once Jason Kidd see him get exposed on the court, he's just gonna pull him right out the game, and then they just go release him probably 2 weeks later. What? Come on, bro. They gotta trade or sign a big name free agent, or at least a decent free agent, and they'll be good. But they're not doing enough for him.
Hey, signing Kemba Walker, it's like every so often in the NBA. That's like somebody be like, why isn't Isaiah Thomas in the NBA? That's the same thing. Kemba Walker just a new him. Why isn't Kemba Walker on your team?
Hey, man.
Same thing.
Hey, that's true, though. But, hey, at least Kemba taller than just Isaiah, though.
Don't do that. I'm the same height as Isaiah Thomas.
Still the same problem, so it don't even matter.
Nah,
Melo should be in the league, though. Melo should be in the league over Kemba.
Melo is a defensive liability, bro. He plays no defense whatsoever.
Yeah, man, same problem.
Man,
he doesn't play no defense. He could be a spark plug off the bench, but he ain't gonna get no. He probably wouldn't even get at least 25 minutes a game. Maybe if he's like hot and continue, and like if he's in a hot streak in the game, he probably get 25. But nah, he's basically the taller version of Kemba. That's barely it. He's just a taller version.
Aaron, go on here and say your spiel on what you think the Mavs need to do for your boy Luka.
Well, another thing that baffled me was that they thought JaVale McGee was going to solve their center position problem. Just for him to not play, getting healthy DNPs. So I thought the plan was to eventually have Christian Wood just be the 5. Because he's actually a decent shot blocker and he can get buckets. He can shoot threes, but apparently Jason Kidd has no faith in him for whatever reason. So until they fix that problem, defensive end and rim protection, it's going to be the same thing. They ceiling is probably the Western Conference Finals. Luka is great enough where he could get them to the finals, but I don't know if he can get them over the hump, especially if they go against, say, the Celtics or the Bucks or somebody of that nature. Like, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a LeBron in 07 type situation. Literally carrying them all the way just to be the runner-up.
No cap, I take these role players on the Mavericks than them role players on the Cavs. No cap.
Man, it's all the same thing. It's ridiculous.
They best role player was probably Daniel Gibson, bro. At
Well,
least he got
well,
Smith with
no,
him.
I don't. Nobody on this Mavs team is better than Zadrunas Ilgauskas was at that point.
I mean,
Am I
you could
lying,
argue
bro?
with- I
Who's
mean,
better than
Christian Woods,
Zadrunas?
maybe Christian Woods, maybe, but that's it.
Oh
That's
no,
it.
that's tough.
That's
At
it.
least Zadrunas made an All-Star team during that span. So
But I mean, man, Larry Hughes and Drew Gooden, that
Oh
ain't
my
it, brother.
God.
That ain't it,
You
man.
naming all the
And Boogie
bullshit ass
Gibson.
niggas.
And Boo,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't roll with that, man. I can't roll with them. From April to June, rolling with them, I can't do that for 2 months. I can't
But
do
the
it.
thing is, with the Mavericks, what are they gonna do? What assets do they have that people gonna actually want? Do people want Dorian Finney-Smith or Tim Hardaway
I
or
forgot
Christian
about
Wood? Like, do they actually
Christian
want?
Wood on
Who wants to
he's
play
on that
Powell?
Nobody want him.
Nobody. So
Nobody
yeah,
want him.
who are you gonna give up to get somebody quality?
Their only
So
best
you're-
trade asset is Luka. Loki, he their best trade asset. They're not giving him away, so
Of course not.
they
So-
should have just put their pride to the side, gave Jalen Brunson the money. You would have had Jalen Brunson, and probably would have traded still for Christian Woods. Then I would have been like, okay, you got Jalen Brunson, another ball handler, another person that can literally get shot, and he probably would have developed into probably a consistent, like maybe 18, 20-point scorer. Bro, I would have been like, yeah, Mavericks, they could potentially go back to the Western Conference Finals, honestly, if they would have kept Jalen Brunson. But with just Luke and a bunch of role players, Christian Wood's really not even a role player, but they using him as a role player.
I know that's the most
So
crazy.
he needs to play. He can't be out here playing like 20 minutes, bro. He got to at least play 34, at least 33 minutes. So
I see it being one of two scenarios. Luke, it's going to be a situation where Luke is going to be like LeBron first time in Cleveland, KG when he was with the Timberwolves, where you're wasting a generational talent, then they end up leaving at some point. Or he's going to be like Dirk, just stay in his whole career and maybe win one title if you're that spectacular for one season. Or he's just not going to win the title.
Man, for me,
It's that simple. So.
I feel like they're not locked in. What I mean that is locked in is they don't have the chemistry that everybody else has, like the Bucks and Celtics. Celtics and Bucks, they always be locked in. You could tell that they got some type of energy with them, that a winning mentality. Dallas, I don't see that in none of them. I don't see that in none of them. The role players, everybody outside waiting on a 3-point shot, waiting on Luka to provide the offense.
I don't see winning mentality in Luka. I don't see that same hungry mentality in Luka.
But that's the point of having
I agree.
a Luka, though. Like, you surround him with 3-point shooters, so that's really all they're out there doing. It's just staying in the corner, staying at the three, and just make their layup and make their three.
And I agree with what you said. He do need like a star. They don't need like a superstar, but they need like a star, like a Jalen
They need
Brown,
Klay
Zach
Thompson.
LaVine. Basically,
oh,
I wouldn't even
Klay
get
Thompson
Klay.
over
I wouldn't
top.
even get Klay.
Not this Clay.
I
Clay
wouldn't even
before
get
all
him.
the injuries.
Yeah, they just need somebody that's gonna operate when he on the bench, bro. Because when he not on the bench, Reggie Bullock basically be running the motherfucking offense, and that's somebody you don't supposed to have run the motherfucking offense, bro. I be seeing him doing shit out of his comfort zone. He be running to the paint doing layups and shit. I be like, who the fuck is this?
Reggie Bullock.
The odds for him to get 12 points on FanDuel is like plus
Plus
1,200 or
400.
some
It's
shit.
it's high. It's real
It's high
high.
as fuck.
It's high. It's
So when I
high.
see him do layups, I be like, who the fuck is this guy?
I don't even think you could put like like it go to the over. I think it stopped at 9.5. It stopped. He can't even go to 12.
That should say minus 102 for him to get under 9 points. Fuck you talking about?
But I'm not gonna hold you though. I feel like when you watch the games and you watch Luka play, Luka still need to learn a lot of things off ball. When his players and stuff, he be believing him, he be passing it to him, but like you could see in his play, he doesn't have faith in his team, and he going out there and he amazed and he having fun, but he ain't got like that like, man, like I know I really got a shot. He don't really got that. He don't got that play in him. Like I know when they went against the Suns in Game 7. That whole playoff series, like you see it in him against certain teams, like it come out his hunger, his competitive edge. But overall, though, it's missing. You can see on plays when like the ball go dead, it's a turnover from a teammate passing it. You can see the hurtness in him. You can see it linger after the play goes on. Like I think it was he passed it to the teammate, and they passed it to the corner, and they turned the ball over and they lost the game. Like you could see the hurtness in his soul, and the camera didn't even pan to his face. You just seen him, his shoulders go.
That body language be everything.
It do.
I think you just need Jokic, man.
That won't happen.
Nah, him. I think like if you
need Jokic, bro, he just needs somebody that's better than all of them.
tier two, the tier two players of the NBA, the
Y'all think
Jalen
he a good
Browns.
leader? Y'all think he a good leader?
I don't think he could be a leader.
I don't think so. Not at this point.
He can't be. He's still too young. He's from a whole entirely different country. So it's like they'll need someone else to like be the leader for them. And honestly, I think it would be just too big of a cultural difference. I think they all get along and they happy, but like something that somebody they turn and buy into. I don't think that team even has a player like that. I think if anything, it's probably Jason Kidd who probably get a motivational speeches.
I won't agree with y'all.
If they had the Porzingis this year when he was with the Mavericks, they could have gone. They could have gone to the conference finals. This Porzingis that's playing good this year, they could have gone. But they used him the same way. Even Rick Carlisle, they used him as a role player, and Porzingis isn't a role player. Nope. He's really he's like a star, but he's in the tier 2 of stars. Like he's a star. Like he's really good.
Yeah, he's the top echelon.
Yeah, they didn't use him as a star, like a co-star of Luka. They just used him as a role player. They basically used him just like everybody else on that team. Stay at the corner, shoot threes. Why do you think he always just shoot jump shots all day?
I can't agree with y'all on Luka not being a leader because year by year Luka showed us that he's better. It's like y'all see year by year he go further in the playoffs.
But that's different.
Don't make you a leader.
Is he a leader or is he just a leader on the court? Like is he showing us his play as a leader? But
he's just the best player. Being the best player don't make you the leader.
Is he a vocal leader? Like Kawhi is the best player, but he ain't a leader. Kevin Durant is their best player, but he's not a leader. It's a difference.
But being the best player does not automatically equate you to being a leader. That's the leader must be somebody that when we all lose hope and it's lost, I turn and I look to you. And you still got your chin high, you still believe, and you pull us up. We just lost 7 games, and you still show us the bigger picture that it's not a 7-game series. It's not a 7-game season. It's a 82-game season. We still got a chance. We had a bad month. It's not a leader is something that they believe almost crazily in y'all. They call you out. They said in the matter. They say the things that you don't even know the word choice to say it. I don't know if Luka is that. I think maybe he could become that. Kevin Durant he may say the right things, but being a leader is something that's it's majestical. It's different. It pulls you in, and I don't know if I ever see that. When Bron said, when I got that, when LeBron it went viral, said, if you don't believe in us, don't get on the plane, don't show up. Okay. And they all showed up. That was man.
If I had to guess who was the leader on the Mavericks right now, it's probably Spencer Dinwiddie. Because he been there, done that, bro. He been in the league for a minute. You know, he basically went through the trenches. You know, being on the Nets when they bad, they come up. So if I had to just guess, just by looking, I would just say Spencer Dinwiddie.
Hell no. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying, who is if you look on the team, who is the leader?
Probably Dorian. I think he's been there the longest.
Dorian. He got the story. He got the humble beginning. He talked about his mama still working at Popeyes even when he was in the NBA. He got the I still gotta prove and earn it. He probably isn't as vocal because he probably feel like certain things he can't say. Sometimes people equate they money to their self-worth and how much they can talk. But Dorian Finney-Smith, he carry himself as humble. Like his mama, man, I just want to be able to get my mom a house and to be able to man, you know what? We still it's probably him. It probably is him. Like I'm not gonna hold you, Spencer Dinwiddie. I would say he probably speaks up and says things. But where he got traded to the Wizards, and then they said he got traded immediately. They said they didn't like him in the locker room or they didn't want him there. I mean, we didn't make a much story of it because he is who he is, but that don't add up. How you get traded like that because they didn't like you that fast and you was one of the best players?
Wizards is confused as hell, man. They need something.
Don't ask me.
Ask the Wizards GM, man.
Hell no, that was a Bradley Beal decision. Cause you see, Bradley Beal said he didn't really think Russ was getting all them rebounds. He said, I thought Steven Adams was moving. Then he said, no, man, Russ actually out there getting down there, getting them rebounds. He be talking to the guys that, they contracts not guaranteed, motivating and pushing them and make them stay on. Like Bradley Beal, Bradley Beal probably wasn't feeling the way Spencer Dinwiddie was talking or something like that. It probably was something he said.
Probably.
In my opinion,
you can get Porzingis. I'll do it trade too.
In my opinion, in order for the Mavs to get over the hump as currently constructed, Luke is going to have to play like Hakeem in 95, Dirk in 2011, LeBron in 2018.
Hey.
You
gotta add Kobe to the mix.
He gotta go off every night. Bro, you know y'all saw that stat, man. You know y'all saw that stat. 6 and they won. So 7-0 when he drops 30, and 2 and whatever when he doesn't drop 30. He shouldn't have to drop 30 every night just for them to win. And they barely be winning. Barely. Some games be close, some games they blow them out, but the games be competitive. And it's bro, he shouldn't have to do all that.
I don't care. He on my team.
Toronto figured their ass out that last game, though.
Toronto got good defense, though. They got the personnel to stop a lot of players.
They might be better than them, bro, so I don't care.
They are. They are.
Them, bro. Mavericks.
I
mean, we all said it, bro. We all said it, though. Mavericks garbage.
I'm about to say, going back to your point you made about Luka with all stuff, he does exactly what Harden has done, Westbrook has done. If he gets double teamed, he passes the ball and then he just stands there. Or once he passes the ball, they just by the half court line sometimes. No off-ball movement whatsoever. And that's why you respect players like a Steph, like a Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Klay Thompson that still move without the ball to find a way to make some type of impact. Be a distraction to anything.
Now that you mentioned that, this has nothing to do with anything, but we're just going to go into the next topic. And I want to hear this from you first, Trill. We got the Bucks and we got the Celtics. Who really is the best team in the East? Because they're the best teams in the league, but who between them is the best? And I know you love Giannis for some reason. Tell me, brother. Tell me who's better between the two.
I'm gonna say Celtics and Bucks. They both are really, really good. I ain't gonna lie. You can see that.
Okay, you got your job interview voice on. Keep it up. Go ahead.
But I feel like the Bucks got a better edge because they doing all this without Middleton.
Nah.
They still winning without Middleton. Middleton is a big impact on their team. He's one of
You
the
know
best
some shit,
shooters.
Patch.
He's one of their best shooters. He's one of their best defenders. Every time he play, when he played Kawhi, no, not Kawhi, KD in the playoffs. Every time Middleton was guarding him, he did a pretty good job on him, bro.
Okay, wait. Show a thumbs up or down if you disagree with Trail. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know.
Hey, take a screenshot of your face.
I don't know, bro.
They winning a hell of games without Chris Middleton, man, and they looking like they real locked in.
You don't see Jason Tatum in the Celtics right now? I don't even love the Celtics. I'll never get over them stopping dead
But they
bros.
have a full roster. They have a full roster.
They don't even have Robert Williams.
He just played the other night.
No, he didn't, Trill.
So Robert Williams ain't played the other night?
He hasn't played all season.
Is Robert Williams really going to stop Giannis, though?
But he's good, though, bro. What are you talking about? Robert Williams is one of the best rim protectors in the league, bro.
It don't matter,
They
bro.
showed that they can slow Giannis down last year. And Giannis hasn't made that big a jump in his jump shot or pull-up jumper to, counter what the Celtics are going to do.
He's been real passive.
Once they face up again in the playoffs.
He's still been real
He's
passive.
always been a real good passer, brother.
I'm not putting Chris Middleton and Robert Williams in the same category, but they're missing a big key piece too. And Jason Tatum, I mean, I said it last year, even in the playoffs. I said Jason Tatum is a superstar, and he's showing everybody he's a superstar. Like, look, he's taking the next step. He's taking the next step. Look at him. Jaylen Brown is actually taking the next step too, to the extent he ain't in the superstar category, but he's taking the next step too.
He deserves the most improved every year. He deserves it every year.
So,
he deserves it every year.
I mean, they kind of equal, but I would, if I had to choose, I would probably take the Celtics only because I think they have two bona fide players that can get their own shot and know when to step up. It's like Chris Middleton, yeah, he's good, but he can't. He really can't get his own shot like that. Drew Holiday, we good. You know, Giannis gonna do his thing, but when you have two players in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, man, it's a problem.
Well, they just gonna have to see us, man. They just gonna have to see us. It's just gonna have to be 1-on-1. You feel me? They just gonna have to catch us.
They the best duo in the league.
They is the best duo in the league.
Man, Aaron, go ahead and jump in there, man, because you be too quiet, man. Go ahead and get up in there, man. Talk your mess, man. Go ahead and defend your boy JT.
I mean, yeah, of course. I think the Celtics are the better team. They are on a historic run offensively. I think they have the most efficient offense or the highest rated offense since the merger? I forgot what the stat was.
I think they got the highest. And JT averaging like 30 points.
Yeah. Jason Tatum, MVP caliber season. Jaylen Brown, as you said before, constantly ascending. Marcus Smart, same thing. Robert Williams isn't there. He's as impactful on defense as Chris Middleton is on offense for the Bucks. Like, he is so underrated still. It's crazy. I don't see anybody beating them until they get to the finals. If Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown continue to play like this, I don't see anybody beating them. That's including the Bucks.
The only team that can beat them right now is the Bucks. I don't see the Sixers beating them. I think the Sixers could give them some go though, but will they beat them? No, I don't think they can. And then honestly, that's it.
Plays like you did in the beginning of the season, then the Sixers may have a chance, but is Harden gonna be that hard?
There's too many floppers on Philly, man. There's too many floppers, man.
What that got to do with anything?
No, he's right. He's right because I hate the way Joel played, but it was someone was talking about it during the game. It was like they relied too heavily on trying to get to the foul line. And when it comes down in the playoffs, you see Joel Embiid, he complains too much and not getting to the foul line, but like it's the playoffs, it becomes more physical. They make their game so free throw orientated that when it comes down to just like winning and being locked in for the game, Joel's trying to get calls to the ref is not going to let a call be the deciding factor in a playoff game. They're gonna let you play. They're not. The NBA is not gonna let a game be called by a foul. You got a hoop, buddy boy. They flop too much.
They do
too much.
Agreed. Yeah, it's a two-man race at this point, and I say the Celtics until shown otherwise. They defend the Eastern Conference champ, so there's really no reason to doubt them. And they playing better than they did last year. So
Bucks and seven.
Bucks didn't do anything in the offseason.
I remember at the beginning of the season, people were saying, well, their coach is over here doing the most. That might be impactful. Bro, at the end of the day, it's still a coach. At the end of the day, it's still a coach. Okay, as long as you still got them players, you'll be okay, bro.
I mean, look at the Nets, though.
I got a question, though.
What?
If Bucks never lost Middleton last year, and they play Golden State championship game, who wins that game?
Bucks repeat.
If the Bucks played in the championship,
yes, and they never lost.
I think the Bucks would have won. They would have won.
Bucks, they repeat
because they're more mature, and especially since they've been there before, they've been through it. I think they would have been more mature enough to beat. They wouldn't be making all these turnovers. Drew Holiday ain't turned the ball over 6 times. Giannis ain't turned the ball over six times. Chris Middleton ain't turned the ball over 6 times. That's not what happened.
Giannis averaging 44 against the Warriors.
Well, it's not even just that.
They would have won.
The Celtics are a better matchup for the Bucks than the Warriors anyway. Like, who on the Warriors is finna stick Giannis the way Horford did, or Robert Williams, or even Tatum?
Honestly, it's only Draymond, and Draymond's gonna get killed.
He's gonna get fouled out. He's gonna foul out. He's gonna get attacked. He's gonna get attacked up.
Okay, you say Al Horford. What Al Horford hold him to? What, 30, 40? What
No,
he
no, but
hold
I'll
him to?
take
Al
that.
Horford
It's not the point,
he
it's the
negated him because he went off for 30. Remember, he was scoring.
It's the
But Trill, you gotta
efficiency.
think about. But Trill, you gotta think about it though. How many shots did it take him to get 30 though? You gotta think about that.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
like he
what the-
went. It's not like he went 11 for like 18 to get 20. He went probably like 11 for almost 28 to get that 30. You gotta
Yeah, it
remember
was
that.
bad efficiency. It was poor shooting. So yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. They're gonna implement the same strategy.
Horford is a very good player for the Celtics. Just like you know how Draymond Green is good for the Warriors, Horford is good for the Celtics. That's basically the same thing.
And
But
Giannis
Horford might be
facing
that type of player that you put him anywhere, he's gonna be decent. He's gonna be decent. But when he was on the Sixers, it just didn't fit next to Joel. That didn't fit. I don't think Horford was a bad player. It just ain't fit.
no. And Giannis got to fix these free throw yips he got. Not had that come playoff time.
Yesterday, he looked like he was on automatic.
That's against the Knicks, bro. It's the Knicks.
And still
Yeah, if he
Because
can
I
keep
remember
it up,
last week you were talking about why is Giannis playing bad? What's wrong with Giannis? His knee, he got knee problems. What's wrong with Giannis?
I knew it was something wrong with him, but it looked like he back healthy.
It's because he played all summer. Remember, he didn't get an off season this year.
He probably got that first month and a half off after he got bounced, play all summer, and probably got 2 weeks off or 3 weeks off, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't have to play himself into shape. He needs time off
to recover. Yeah, he doesn't take
he's
breaks.
gonna get rest days. They're gonna rest him. Like not now, but down the stretch, they're gonna rest him.
But then that actually impacts your seeding too, though, because you don't want to have to do the same thing he did last year, which is playing the Celtics in the second round.
Yeah, so, he may not. They might not. Yeah, my bad.
No, you got no. That was what I'm saying. Don't take that for granted. The seed and stuff when it comes to certain matchups, you don't want to have to face the Celtics in round one. Look at what happened with the Nets. If they would have played anybody besides the Celtics, they probably would have made it to the second round. And the same thing the year before that. If the Nets didn't play the Bucks in the second round, they probably would have been going to the finals and would have won against the Suns.
The East been pretty good.
Don't underestimate my Bucks, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I ain't got shit.
No one's underestimating them. They're the second best in the league, not in the league. The Suns fall behind the Bucks and the Celtics. No matter how good they're playing, Bucks and Celtics, them the teams to beat. There's no team in the West right now that can beat them. There's no team in the West that can beat the Bucks or the Celtics.
Offense, every time I look up, they score at least 120.
Man, them boys, they going off. Them boys going off.
I ain't gonna lie though, their defense hasn't been the same. I give you that. Their defense has not been the same. Like lockdown at the beginning of the year, not the beginning of the year, but in the beginning of the new calendar year, this year, January, whatever. But them scoring 120 something, that's crazy.
Who you giving that to?
Hey man, sometimes the best defense is a historic offense, a fantastic offense.
Okay, it sounds like you're a Kyrie fan. I'm picking up what you putting down. Mm-hmm.
But they're on the level.
Like I said, they're gonna have to see us, man.
Don't y'all got to see them? Aren't they the defending Eastern Conference champions? Don't you got to see them?
Yeah, we ain't had Middleton last year, man.
But they're still the Eastern Conference champions, so don't you got to see them?
And when we had Middleton, what were we? Champions, right?
We were the champions.
That's it.
All right, so go ahead. We're gonna go to the last.
When did you become a Bucks fan? Hold on. When did you become?
I've been a Bucks fan for a long time.
That's cap. You got Giannis
I'm a Lakers fan, though.
Everyone loves Giannis. Everyone loves Giannis. Everyone loves Giannis, but LeBron. Okay,
this man get Giannis on his team, and now he a Bucks fan. Okay.
No,
that was a trade made in the fantasy league, and let's talk about that. So, go ahead, Trail, and tell us the trade that was made, since it was you that sent it out in the morning.
It was OG Anunoby, Rudy Gobert, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for James Harden and Draymond Green.
That trade was terrible.
That's not even triple dub Draymond.
That trade was bad, bro. I ain't gonna cap. That trade was bad.
You finessed yourself.
Y'all know he sent me that same. He sent me that same trade earlier. But you know what? I said no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So
You just didn't want to give me Embiid. You said it out your
no.
mouth.
I mean, yeah, I can say that, but that trade would have helped me. Like, come on, bro. My team would have
Shea,
been
them
good.
they're gonna get shut down at the end of the season because
That's a while from now. That's a good while from now. That's like 14 weeks from now. You know how much time 14 weeks is?
I want playoff players. I want niggas that's gonna make the playoffs.
You
Bro,
still
everybody
need
is
to
making
get
the playoffs.
seeding.
Everybody on that team is making the playoffs. So
I'm gonna get seeding. Look at JD. I'm gonna get
everybody.
seeding.
Everybody.
I mean, you can't really use him, but yeah. Well, it
It's
is
still
what
the
8 teams.
But this the thing. But this the thing though, Trill. You gave up like good players. I can see if you would have. Let's say you replaced Shea with like. I'll say, okay, let's say you keep OG Rudy Gobert, and let's say you put like a Royce O'Neal or some type of player, a guy that's a mid-30s or something. It wouldn't have been that bad. But Shea, you gave him a 50. He's a 50 plus. I'm not saying he's playing better than James Harden, but I mean he like right there next to James Harden. Honestly, Shea been playing good. Every time I look up, because I got him in the other fantasy league, I get the notification he dropped 30 points
Every night I got.
so. You
Look.
gave him a fit, and then you know what's crazy? I think you didn't even look at his team and see who he still had. He still got Kyrie, still got Bradley Beal, still got Paul George, and he got K to injury. And you basically just gave him all them players for
K
just
might
James
not come
Harden.
back this year.
K might not come back. But I'm gonna say this though. He was the ninth seed, Trail. You gave him enough firepower to steal your spot.
Okay, that. Okay, I understand
Well, he's number
that.
two
But
right
I
now,
also,
so-
if I really needed to, I could also just make another trade with.
But you're not getting the same value, though.
You
I
don't
guarantee
have-
you're not getting that same value, bro.
You don't have enough. You don't have enough. You don't like read off your team. Somebody read off Trail team. Somebody Sheldon read his team
I
off
can
or
read
something.
my
He
team
had-
off for you.
Nah, it's gonna mess up your camera.
He has Jaden Ivey. Oh wait, I gotta go next. Kyle Lowry, Malik Beasley, Darius Garland, Royce O'Neal, Kellen Johnson, Draymond, Giannis, Okongwu, Jared Vanderbilt, Monty Morris, Jaden Ivey, Christian Woods, Maxi Cleaver, Zubats, Norman Powell, Lonnie Walker, T.J. Warren, James Harden, and Michael Porter Jr. I don't even count John, guys. I ain't counting.
You don't have enough depth tier 2 players to trade to get anything back. You're gonna have to use a superstar. You're gonna have to put a superstar player in there to
You're
get
gonna
something
trade
back.
James Harden, watch, but you're not getting the same value back you traded for him though. You're gonna trade James Harden probably the next 3 weeks, and you're not gonna get nowhere near what you gave up. You're not getting that, bro. I guarantee. Because nobody in this league is stupid. So you're not making it.
No one's making that trade but JD.
I don't even think JD would make that.
Well, we just
Bro,
have to see it
look
till
who
it's
you
time.
gave. Dude, like, I feel like you didn't really, like, look who you gave up.
You didn't even ask for Paul George.
If Shea was like the Shea of last year, I would have been like, okay, I get it. But would I still done it? No. But Shea, who has taken the next step and is getting 50 plus every night to 60s, nah, bro, that ain't it. That ain't it.
James Harden has a night where he could drop 100 every night, bro. He's
James
capable
Harden
of
didn't even drop 100
every
this
night.
year, bro. See, you heard the stories of what we talked about, but bro, that was like 4 years ago.
I'm talking about this James Harden when he first came in the season, bro. What he do? When he first
Yeah,
came
he
in?
was. Yeah, but he's hurt now. We don't know what he's gonna be when he has a foot
He gonna be
injury.
the
Bro.
same.
He has a foot injury, bro. It's not like he has a wrist injury. He has a foot injury.
he'll
We
be
don't know
fine.
what's gonna happen, bro. He can easily hurt that foot again and then be out even longer.
He'll be fine, bro. I still got Garland.
You always say that.
I still got a hell of good players, bro.
Bro. But look at this though, G. And I know you gonna lie on here and say this, but deep down inside, you don't trust Kyle Lowry. Royce O'Neal, he's playing decent. You always talk shit about Kellen Johnson. Jared Vanderbilt, you always talk about him. Monty Morris, Jaden Ivey is average. Christian Woods, you always talk about him. Zubats is playing decent, but it's still Zubats at the end of the day. And Lonnie Walker and Norman Powell. Those are the players that you have to literally have to like help you. At least Shea and OG and Rudy Gobert were good enough to at least help you. Those players
And
can't
carry you.
help you. Like, yeah, they can't carry you. Like, okay, now what if it's a day when Giannis and James Harden don't play? Then what? Or just one of them play? Now you got okay, James Harden will get his 60, but now Lonnie Walker giving me 20
Gee,
something and 30.
chill, Sheldon. Damn, he cooked. He cooked. Damn it, he cooked.
Okay,
Sheldon, shit.
okay. You say what you gotta say then.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing. You cooked him
No,
already. He
say
done.
what
He
you-
done, man.
no,
He done.
No, say what you gotta say. I know you got something to say about it too. Just say it. Just say it.
I think you made the first that was the first trade of the season where like that was a bad trade. I think the odds was high as hell that it would have been you. I think the odds went down, but you finessed yourself, Trey. You did too much. Your team isn't as strong as it was. That's it, bro.
You had the best team in the league, and I don't know what was you thinking. You wanted another superstar, but bro,
you gave up Rudy Gobert for one bad game.
But the thing is, though, G, if you want to get these superstars, bro, you gotta have them good role players to back them up, and none of these role players are good enough to back them up.
Read off Jakari team.
He has Kyrie, DeAnthony Melton, Bradley Beal, DeAndre Hunter, Jaden McDaniels, Andrew Wiggins, Horford, Rudy Gobert, Caruso, Terry Rozier. Forgot about him. Dorian Finney-Smith, Bogdanovich, Marvin Bagley, Jalen McDaniels, Isaiah Stewart, Shea, OG, and Paul George and Cade.
I'm still not worried about that team, me personally. But
that's a snap. That team is a snap.
Got better though. His team got way better.
That's a Thanos fucking snap. He could Thanos snap your shit, G. That's a Thanos snap. It only take one month. It only take Paul George to be like, I'm back. It only take Detroit to say, we not shutting them down. That's a fucking snap.
Trill ain't gonna say it, but he know he fucked up. He know he did, but he not gonna say it though.
I don't believe I fucked up.
I mean, who knows? Giannis and
no. Whenever you say that, whenever you say I like it,
he be like, I really liked it. He fucked up.
That's when he don't. That's when he don't.
I got another superstar on my team.
You didn't get MVP Harden. He's not. Even this year when he was playing great, he still wasn't putting up those 120, 140 points. He's still not playing like that.
You going to see Monday because that's when I play you, and that's when he come back.
Bro, I was going. You think my team? You think I'm worried about you? Don't ever do that. We GQ sexy in a Tuesday. We been the threat. SS2.
You know
don't never do that.
You know a nigga lie when their voice gets squeaky as hell.
If I'll say this, if you would have able to trade, if you would have did like Shea and just a regular and another player for just James Harden, I would have been like, you cool, bro, because you still would have kept Rudy good and OG good. But you traded all three of them. And then you got Draymond. I know you only got Draymond just because you wanted another big back. That's all I know. That's why.
I got Draymond because JD want Draymond, and I know I can get a few role players out of him for that.
What you trying to get Zion back?
No, he keeps Zion.
What?
Ja? You going for Ja?
I wanted Ja.
What?
All right, man. Thank y'all boys for tuning into the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. God. As always, as you can see, you can't trust shaky Trey Trail. Shaky Trey Trail once again. Say it 2 times. And you got GQ Worthy Aaron as always, the business man. You want to talk money and finance? Get at him. And we got Sneaky Sam. Don't trust him because he's shiesty. And you got as always with your boy Big GQ Channel Easy 1019 Tuesday in this thing. And like that, we gone.